came with umbrella, they tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef when the farmer ain't here, got a special, I got no vendettas. Double R came with umbrella, they tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef when the farmer ain't here, got a special, I got no vendettas. Yeah, Cartier frames, I'm Professor Frank. Think I picked Chicago for school, I really just wanted a flex in the mink. Might take a trip to re-up on my ink. I'm on a plane in the beater on links. Call up a Uber, stop at the corner, I probably won't flutter that with the brinks. Armor no chinks, chain mail every week. String up Bojangles, I keep a 3-piece. Throw me in a couple of beats, I send back the gas, it's nothing to me. To get to the record and make a few pivots, my wrist is on fridge and my neck have a ticket. The rhythm they make when they're hitting and tricking. The shady, I don't wanna kick it. Double R came with umbrella, they tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef when the farmer ain't here, got a special, I got no vendettas. Double R came with umbrella, they tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef when the farmer ain't here, got a special, I got no vendettas.
Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago Cubs. Festivities are wrapping up. Ready to go now. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of it.
Swings through that one for strike two. The next pitch misses. 1-2 to count. Stays alive. Got him looking. One down. Willie Adames stands in. Check swing, but he went too far. No balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Liner, and this could be trouble. And that one's going to get into the corner. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Base hit into center field. They're waving Ramirez home. Here's the throw to the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0. Andy Pajes digs in for the Guardians. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Swings through that.
Nope, outside.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Jorge Polanco now at the plate. That one fouled off.
That's a ball.
Hard hit left side. Over to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And now it's Alex Bregman. To third. Fair ball. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
That's out number 2. And up next for Chicago, Matt Shaw.
Hey!
Swings through that one.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. New inning getting started. Stepping up for the Guardians, David Fry. Yeah, that's fouled off. Now the 0-1. And a foul ball. Boyd, 35 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2013. Got him swinging. Now one away. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Nope, that's off the plate.
And that one is lifted in the air. Reaching down, makes the catch. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Hoskins pushes it foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that high fastball. And that skips in the dirt. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. Here at Wrigley Field. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. And a 1-2. High fly ball, right field. And there's one away. And now the batter is Carson Kelly.
Carson Kelly.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 7. The catcher.
So up next, Hunter Goodman.
Goodman.
Ball. High.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And that one missing low. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. All set for the start of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor. Foul ball there.
No.
And a swing and a miss. Swings through it for the K. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Jose Altuve will hit next. And there's a foul ball. Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is out of play. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1-2 now. Altuve waits. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Willie Adames. Foul ball.
Ball.
And that drops in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. Back here at Wrigley Field. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. In the air, left field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Lays down a bunt to the right side. Fry. They get the tag on him, and that's the 2nd out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
Nope. That's inside.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Back here at the friendly confines as we go to the top of the fourth. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. That's outside. Ball one. Right back to him on the mound. Fires over to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Andy Pajes, the next to hit. On a line. Pulls it in on the run. And there's two away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot.
That one is absolutely belted. Gone! Big Dog's gotta eat. A two-run blast. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0. So two down. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. Swings through that one. 0-1. Fought off foul. Taps softly to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Here at Wrigley Field. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. There's a swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
0-2 now. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. That was foul, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. He's 0 for 1. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. The Cubs trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
Up next for the Cubs.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Matt Shaw.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with. Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Slider right there. Inside. 3 balls and a strike.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
Too high, and it's ball 4. Ian Happ up to hit. Flied to right his first time.
Now the 2-out walk. Got to erase that and really go to work on the hitter. You got to go ahead and just let him steal if he's going to. Try to create the swing and miss and get out of this jam.
Shaw leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And Ian swings through it. And you wonder, is he in his head a little bit?
Even if the base runner doesn't steal right here, what's great.
No, that's a strikeout. And that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the top of the 5th. Rhys Hoskins digs in for the Guardians. 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Up next for Cleveland,
Bo Naylor at the
catcher,
plate now.
Bo
He struck out swinging at his
Naylor.
first at bat. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Altuve now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And a swing and a miss.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
That one kicks away from the catcher. The throw into second, not going to get him. He's in there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Man at second. That just misses. And that's ball two.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Strikeout number 8. Stepping up for the Guardians, Willie Adames, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss as he was late. Late with the swing there. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the fifth. Got him swinging. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And here's the DH for the Cubs. Carson Kelly.
Kelly's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Kwan gets under it. And a quick out number 1. So digging in, Hunter Goodman cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Pajes should have this one. And there's 2 down. Swanson digs in. Fly to left his first time. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And the inning is over. All set for the top of the 6th. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. And delivers outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
In the air, right field, Suzuki under this one. And there's one away. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Jackson Merrill. In the air to left center, Crow Armstrong settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. Andy Pajes digs in for the Guardians.
The number 44, Andy Pajes.
To the right side, and that one finds its way through. And that extends the inning.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Fry at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for Cleveland,
Stephen Kwan stepping in now for a critical at bat. Liner snagged at first. Back here at the friendly confines. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
No, that's a ball. Ball two.
That's off the mark. Ball three.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center. He's there. He's got it. One away. So the batting order turns over. Jorge Polanco, the next Cub to hit.
Strike. Woo.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
0-2 now. That's inside. The Guardians leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Out towards right center field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Now it's Alex Bregman. 1 for 2. Ripped, but it curls foul. 2 down, nobody on. Sliced hard, but foul. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. Here at Wrigley Field, top of inning number 7, Rhys Hoskins digs in for the Guardians.
Nope, that's away.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Gets a piece and stays alive. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. So up next, Bo Naylor.
Bo.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And that is a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
On the ground to third. Bregman to first. And they get Altuve. Back here at Wrigley Field. So up now for Chicago, Andrew Walters into the game. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Michael Busch, looking to start something with 1 gone. Bounce to the right side. Altuve slings to first, and he's out. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. Right side, and that's just foul. The 0-1. Swings through that one.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
This one in the air center field. Merrill settles under it. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here at the friendly confines. Ready to begin the eighth. With new pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Javier Assad.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The 0-1. Assad, 28 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. In the air center field, Crow Armstrong going back on this one, and there's one down. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That's out the corner.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 2-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Now all even up. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. Now.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Runner on at first with one gone. And up next for Cleveland, Jackson Merrill. Hit on the ground to the right side. Bush to second, double play. What a quick. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Carson Kelly. And a slider in there for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They can get right back in this ballgame if you're not careful.
And there's a strike.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Merrill has a beat on it. And there's one down. Now the Cubs catcher, Hunter Goodman. This one smoked on its way out of here. He flexes his power with that swing. And now it's Dansby Swanson. Check swing, he held up. Ball one.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from the same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
And a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swanson tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. 2-2 now. Slice to right, and foul ball. Two now. Started after it. Appeal to first. No swing. Inside ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Check swing. No appeal. And that's ball one.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now here is Jorge Polanco. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. A little out front there as he swings through it.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
That's a ball.
The Cubbies with the tying run at the plate. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground right side. That's a base hit. Runner around third. Safe. Almost made the play, but now it's a one-run ball game. Here's Alex Bregman. 1 for 3.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on. Drive it into a gap and score that run from first base.
Outside low. Ball 2.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps. Give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki. Tim Herron will take over here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game.
Here we go.
Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Adames. They get the force. They limit the damage here. We go to the 9th. Stepping up for the Guardians. Andy Pajes. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Daniel Palencia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Struck him out without a swing. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Number 9, Kyle Manzardo.
That one lifted to left. Hat on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Left field. And it's a foul ball.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And that is that. Here at Wrigley Field, last chance for the home team. Michael Busch getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So a change being made at first base. Cubs going to a pinch runner. Nico Horner. Sean Armstrong taking over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Out of here. Ball game.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment.
4-3.